you might be thinking, Anna, who cares? It's just some dumb movie. But you should care, and here's why. Because what they are doing is they're trying to brainwash society to think that that's how women are supposed to be. And this is dangerous because then we have women who go out there who think they're men, and they wind up getting hurt. They wind up getting, because this is, who's going to consume this content? Well, young kids, right? It's a cartoon. Adults, unless you're a loser, you're probably not going to want to watch that, right? So, unless you're watching it with your kids. But the reality is, this has actual ramifications on society. Young women see stuff like this, and it just brainwashes them to be a feminist, to be a badass feminist, and it's not realistic. Women are not as strong as men. Women aren't the ones who are going to go out there and be like, watch this, let me kick ass. This like badass bitch culture is actually ruining women, and it's ruining society, and nobody knows where they stand anymore. So actually, it has real consequences. I'm sick and tired of seeing unrealistic things like that. Please make her a helpless princess again, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, that nutcase right there is right-wing commentator Anna Perez. See, when she's not doing her best job to prove that she's out of touch with reality, she's uploading content that proves that she's out of touch with virtual reality. Video games are under attack again. This time, it isn't the same generic video games cause violence argument that we hear from the old farts in Congress, but instead, accusations are being made that Nintendo is trying to push the extreme feminist agenda. According to Anna Perez, Shigeru Miyamoto created the Mario movie because he had a much more sinister plan in mind. During Nintendo's secret Illuminati meetings where they drank blood and bit off goat heads, Miyamoto suggested they use Peach as a vessel in their upcoming Mario movie to push an extreme feminist agenda. And that agenda says, death to all men, death to the nuclear family, and the most important thing every woman should strive for is to become a
single female lawyer fighting for her client, wearing sexy mini skirts and being self-reliant.
I call cap. What she's saying just isn't true. And because I'm bored, I thought I'd put together a video countering her argument. So I now present to you 8 times that Princess Peach was not a damsel in distress. The first game I'd like to cover is Super Mario Bros. 2. This game alone proves Miss Perez has no idea what she's talking about. She claims she wants to see Peach return to being a helpless princess, but she hasn't been a helpless princess since the original game, and that was released in 1985. Super Mario Bros. 2 was released in 1988. If you do the math, that game was released 35 years ago at the time of this recording, and Peach was a playable character in that game. That means from 1985 to 1987, she was a helpless character. That's a whopping 2 years. So if we do the math again, that means she's been a badass far longer than she hasn't, which goes back to the point that this game alone shows Anna Perez has no idea what she's talking about. And do you want to hear something cool? A lot of what makes Peach a viable character today debuted in Super Mario Bros. 2, such as her ability to float. This leads me to my next point. Super Smash Bros., specifically Melee. It was released 22 years ago, and this game really pushed her into the spotlight. She has a plethora of attacks that range from range attacks to counter punches, but what makes Peach so difficult to finish is her ability to recover. Her up special gets her high into the sky with her parasol, and she has multiple ways to float between the parasol and the magic from just holding up on the analog stick. And the best part about Peach in Smash Bros is it's true to the lore, because remember, she first started doing some of this stuff back in 1988 with Super Mario Bros. 2. So not only is she not a damsel in distress, but Nintendo has been very consistent with her lore. Point number 3, she has her own series on the Nintendo DS called Super Princess Peach. The first one came out in 2005, and the stories in these games revolve around Mario and Luigi being captured by Bowser, so it's up to Peach to save the day. She has all the platforming skills of the brothers, but in this game, she also has a tornado attack unique to her, once again proving she hasn't been helpless for some time. But let's spice it up for point number 4. Peach is a playable character in NBA Street Volume 3, which, by the way, EA, could you please bring it back, please? We're begging you. She appears on Mario All-Stars team alongside Mario and Luigi, and since she's the tallest of the 3, she's pretty much the center of the team. She was capable of doing all the tricks, hitting threes, blocking shots, and dunking. How can you claim Princess Peach is helpless when she was breaking LeBron James' ankles back in 2005? And yes, I know what you're thinking. God damn, LeBron James has been in the league for a long ass time. Point number 5, she appears in every Mario Tennis game, and she's far from a slouch. But I think where Peach shines most is in Mario Power Tennis and Mario Tennis Power Tour. In both games, she uses her special move, the Super Peach Sped. Now, if you've never played Mario Tennis, allow me to paint a picture. With this special move, Peach closes her eyes. She spins quickly into a tornado, and she hits a a curveball with the power of love. This will knock back the opponent a few inches, then attract the opponent to the net, leaving them open for lob shots and causing him or her to lose any stored power shots if the shot is returned. So not only is she viable, but the tornado aspect of her special tennis move originated in Super Peach, so Nintendo once again is being consistent with the lore. Point number 6, 1996's Super Mario RPG. Peach is a playable member in Mario's party, and the best part is that she also uses her parasol in the game as well as a frying pan to attack. And do you know what other game she also uses a frying pan to attack her enemies with? Yeah, you guessed it, Super Smash Bros. The Mario RPG was released in 96, so once again, I hope I'm painting a picture of consistent lore for Nintendo. Point number 7, she's playable in Super Mario 3D World. She's one of the 4 playable characters in the game, and Peach low-key is a cheat code because the second half of this game has some very difficult platforming sections, and she's better equipped to handle some of that because of her ability to float. And you would have never known that if you never gave her a chance, but now you know, kids. And point number 8, I'm tired of talking, so I'm just gonna list a few more games that she kicks ass in. She's nasty on the pitch in Mario Strikers, she's an elite racer in Mario Kart, and she's one of the party members in the very underrated Ubisoft turn-based RPG, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I think I've provided more than enough evidence to prove that Peach is more of a member of Team Mario than a damsel in distress. She's only played the damsel in distress in a few games, and she's been more helpful than not. I can argue Luigi's been captured just as many times as Peach, not to mention Mario was captured in Super Peach and Luigi's Mansion. I can make an argument that all 3 of them are constantly. And I know what you're thinking. Well, TBH, what about Donkey Kong? Wasn't Peach a damsel in distress that Mario had to rescue in Donkey Kong? That was Pauline, not Peach. Yeah, for those of you unaware, that was Mario's old fling named Pauline. Yeah, he been knocking them things down since the 80s. Jokes aside, I can't stress enough that we're talking about video game characters. Miss Perez is crying Peach being a badass isn't realistic in a game that features giant Koopa turtles that shoot fire, characters like King Baum, and mushrooms that power you up instead of give you an LSD trip. The whole thing is nonsensical. It's a video game designed to play to your imagination. And this video, it started off as a joke, but I do want to end it by saying that some of y'all need to calm the hell down. Not everything has a political agenda, and if you can't see that, then it's probably because you're the one that has some type of agenda. And with that being said, if you made it this far in the video, I wanted to let you know that I produced a review on the Mario movie over on my second channel, I'm Just Saying. I've got some crazy theories on where I believe Nintendo could be heading with these Mario movies, so if that's something you want to hear, check out the link in the description box below to my Mario movie review. Now before you leave, please hit the like button and also comment in the comment section below on what other video games you think were designed to brainwash our children. Wrong answers only. I appreciate you guys for watching. My name's the Black Hokage, aka TBH, and to be honest, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Nah, seriously, what games you guys think are brainwashing the children? You guys think Metroid was designed to teach women that they're able to roll into a ball and then go into tunnels and defeat the Patriot? Let me stop. Let me stop.